Hello, everyone, and welcome to Irish Uncensored. I'm Tyler. This is Grant, and this is Bryce. How you guys going?
Oh, it's Saturday, buddy. I'm extremely nervous, but very excited and optimistic.
I don't know if you're talking about the bets or Notre Dame.
Why not both?
Yeah,
Why not both? What
Another
about you?
day, another dollar.
yeah. Let's hope fucking Texas better do something today.
Hey, fresh off the bye.
Oh yeah, they
That is
should
definitely
stomp
a
them.
plus.
That's a huge
Yeah, if
plus.
we had a week preparation, yeah.
All right, well, let's hear your favorite bet of the week. What do you guys got?
Do you guys want to recap last week?
We can.
Yeah, run a little recap. I went 2-1. The USC bet burned me down at the very end for Arizona. But the Illinois bet, very good. That was a banger.
Yeah, that was a nice bet. That was good.
I'm
I
looking.
I went 0-3, and probably this is what pisses me off because like we finally decided like, oh, we're gonna keep track of everything. Like I'd been honestly doing I think I was like 6-1 or 7-1 the last 2 weeks before that, but this week I roll out with a hard 0-3, and it was the worst 0-3 because I took Oklahoma State, who I don't even know what that was. I don't think anybody predicted that that is what it was going to be, but
No.
holy shit, like that was just terrible. And then I also took Wake Forest, which was also terrible. And then Ohio State gives up the last minute touchdown to Penn State to win by 13 and not 13 and a half, which was the alternate spread I took. And it was just not a good weekend for me in general. I know I talked about the Notre Dame money line versus Q's, and I ended up winning a little bit on that, but it should have been more. I tilt very heavy, as Tyler and Bryce both know, when I bet. So
Yeah, I went 2-1, and the one I lost was the Kansas State game. I took the over, and I didn't factor in Oklahoma State getting shut out by trash Kansas State. Like
you know
they
how
suck
hard
for
it
that.
is. You know how hard it is to get shut out in the Big 12.
Yeah, think about that. I mean, it's hard to get shut out anyway, but in the Big 12,
It was actually an impressive win for Kansas State to shut them out, like especially
Well,
after Texas
yeah, it
losing to.
definitely is.
Yeah,
it's super
Is
impressive.
it more impressive for them or more disappointing for Oklahoma State though? I
It's
don't
more
know.
disappointing for
I
sure.
think for Oklahoma State, just because they just beat Texas and they're kind of like coming off.
Exactly.
But
They had already proven to be good.
yeah, I don't know if they were banged up or what, but Sanders is so inconsistent, man.
Dude, us three could go out there and probably put up 3 against Kansas State. Dude, come
I don't know
on.
about that.
Once, right?
I'm just saying, damn, man. That's so bad.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, as a team, you guys carried me on your backs. I had one leg around Bryce and one leg around Tyler, and just kind of hugged on.
We're going to see today if Kansas State's for real because can they do it back to back weeks? Apparently, Texas had a bye, which I didn't even know. So that
Helps us
see.
slightly, but they're at
Yeah.
home, so
They're due for a letdown, though. You know how hard it is to get up for back-to-back games.
Kansas,
I
it's
mean,
Kansas State. I
but
mean,
being
they're
at home, though, I'm
nobody.
just saying for anyone, it's hard to get up for back-to-back big games. But I don't know, especially like 'cause honestly, Texas is pretty like physical defensively this year. Like I don't think they have the best defense, but they're also not like a slouch like typical Big 12 defense.
Yeah, I
no.
mean
What?
they held Bama.
It's
Yeah, we're probably
probably
like in the middle of the pack on total offense and defense on both sides, so we're like not terrible or like really good. That's what makes it hard, though.
it's probably because they have the former Notre Dame defensive end Ovi Agofu playing at Texas. He just brings a whole different kind of physicality down to Texas.
Hey, no, shout
We could
out
use that.
Joseph from Notre Dame. We be sniping all the recruits for us in Texas, all the CBs.
It's easy when you can just promise NIL money.
Hey, that's what they were getting screwed though, man. They're making billions off your name and you can't get crap. At least let them hold like 10, 20 grand, 50
Yeah,
grand.
they should definitely get paid.
Definitely.
I've always said that. I've always said that if if I could go sign something in my life and someone wants to pay me money, like I should be able to do that, and I can because right now I can. Obviously, no one wants that, but but there's no reason why a college kid shouldn't be able to do that who has nothing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely fair with that statement for sure. But well, so recap overall, I sucked it up. Bryce and Tyler got you some dubs, so hopefully we can all do well this week. Tyler, what's your first favorite pick of the day?
My first one, and I'm going with the big game today. I'm going Georgia, Tennessee, 1 versus 2 or 3, depending on what you're looking at. And I took the over 33.5 in the first half.
Mm.
I think I know Georgia's defense is really good. Bryce and I were talking about that a little bit before, but Tennessee's offense is so good. I think Georgia's going to put up numbers on Tennessee because they give up a lot of points. I could see this being like 28-27 at half. So over 33.5. I mean, it could also be 28-0. And Tennessee could get shit stomped. I mean, who knows? Because Georgia is that good of a team. But 33 just seems a little low, even with it being like not a low number. And you know how games start, these big games. Like it's going to be an exciting game.
Well, the only thing that I would say about that is, and I haven't watched a ton of Georgia, and I know they pretty much just shit down every team's throat. So it's kind of hard to know what they really like to do against good teams. But traditionally, Georgia is, I'm going to run the ball. Your quarterback is Stetson Bennett. I don't give a shit what you say. He's about as physically gifted as maybe a little more than Drew Pine. Like, he's just not.
That doesn't, to me, that means nothing. Because you could say the same thing about Tom Brady. How gifted is Tom Brady, like, physically?
He doesn't have he doesn't have an overly big arm. He's not overly fast. I guess my point is
none of that matters.
They could still be dominant with him as a game manager. Their team's so good around him. They're still rolling out with Bennett, the number 2 offense. Think about that. But I will say, Tennessee and Georgia 1 and 2 offense. So it doesn't seem like a bad play.
Specifically for this bet, the over in the first half. All I'm saying is that if Georgia comes out and decides they want to run the ball and not slang it, and then their defense is holding Tennessee, which Georgia's defense is like legit as fuck.
Yeah, they could definitely hold Tennessee.
That's all I'm saying. Not like overall.
There's always a chance this doesn't hit, but I would never not take it just because of Stetson Bennett isn't that athletic. Like that doesn't scare me.
Yeah,
because I mean, even Peyton Manning. Look at Peyton Manning; he couldn't move his feet.
Yeah. Different.
In his head, he was moving his feet. He was thinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bryce, what's your first one of the day?
I'll just do my best one first. My best one, I'm gonna take Liberty 14.5 over Arkansas. I truly think Liberty could win the game. I sprinkled 5 on them to win the game at like 475, 500, something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the biggest
undefeated?
No, they are. What are they? 7-1.
Okay,
something like that. They've only lost 1 or 2 games.
Didn't they beat BYU?
They just shit on BYU. They're very like well-rounded team. Like their total D's 25th, total O's 46. The only thing about Arkansas is they have a good offense, but their total D, their pass D is 121st. Man. It's terrible.
Sounds like if Liberty stops them on a bad day,
dude, yeah, it's bad. So if they defend the run well and stuff, I'm like, wow, this might be a banger. A little sprinkle.
Yeah, I think that's a really good bet. I hadn't even seen that game yet because I was.
And you can get more points. Like 14.5 is what it opened up at, or it didn't open up at. It's what it's at right now on DK. But that's nice line. I mean, 2 touchdowns and 5 points. You really can't feel too bad about that.
No, that's really
solid.
Good.
And that's kind of like an under the radar game. Like that's not like what the typical people are gonna like put out there. So that's like a sneaky good bet.
We'll see. I mean, it could go totally sideways, but
right. So my first one, I like North Carolina minus 6.5 against Virginia. honestly, I kind of like it at 7.5 too. Looking at Virginia's points for the year, like how they've scored, most of Virginia's games are low scoring, like very low scoring. So it just kind of tells me their offense may, even though North Carolina is a bad defense, they may not be able to do too much against that defense. And North Carolina has been able to score against everyone. So I bought a point and I did it earlier in the week, so I don't know exactly what you'll get it at, but I got minus 6.5 at a minus 138, which isn't like the greatest odds ever, but I'm looking for a dub. I'm looking for something solid coming off of a 0-3 week. So that's going to be the first thing that I have on my list to get out there. So North Carolina minus 6.5 to improve to 8-1 under the former Texas great Mac Brown.
I know you've really liked North Carolina this year, basically since Notre Dame beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But that one scares me a little more than
their defense, man.
It's bad.
Man, it's not just bad,
should
Grant.
win,
It's like
but
bottom 10. I'm looking at it right now. It's bottom.
No, they're
10.
terrible, but their offense, man, wow.
Yeah, they want to get up on you, and then that way their defense kind of already knows what you have to do, and then they can plan for that.
We walked through North Carolina, and that was their problem. If they put up any fight against Notre Dame, they would have beat us. But we just got to walk into the end zone. They just look so bad defensively. But yeah, that game was scary to start.
For sure.
So my second bet, I'm going big game hunting again in the Tennessee-Georgia game. This is a good one because Grant was just bringing them up. I took Stetson Bennett passing yards over 288, and that's high.
Whoa!
But like we said, Tennessee
high scoring.
This is going to be high scoring. I just really am counting on it being high scoring, and maybe this isn't the best because, like you said, they could just want to run it, but I don't see it happening. I really think Tennessee is going to make Georgia have to keep up with them. If this is a low scoring game, I would be really surprised. It could be, just one of those fucking weird ass games, but I'm really counting on this to be in the 30s on both sides of the ball.
Right on. Bryce, have you given your second one yet?
No, I'll do my second one. My second one, we're going to take Temple money lines plus 140, I believe. Yeah, plus 140. But it'd be a little bit safer to lay the spread on it. But Temple's coming in at 125th in total offense, 42nd in total D. South Florida's coming in at 89th total offense, 130th in total defense, second to last in total defense, 1-7.
So just such a bad defense that you think they're going to take advantage.
Oh yeah, I did put a little side note in here. I just put both teams are terrible. So if you do take it, it's the toilet bowl. But the books I don't think the books are on it as heavy. I think the line should have been a little bit 50-50 more. So I'm just gonna roll with Temple on a plus 140. Hopefully win a little extra money off some juice.
It's games like that to where it's like they're both so bad, but one of them has to win.
That's why you got to look at the numbers.
Who has the advantage? And you're right. That when you have that bad of a defense, literally the worst defense in the nation.
And Temple is at home. At home.
No, that's not a bad bet either.
And Temple has a 66th scoring defense, so they might be able to get a couple TDs off some turnovers.
Sure, it very well could be. I'm going to stick with the big game Tyler's talking about, Tennessee and Georgia. And how can you not? I mean, man, it's crazy to me, and I respect the hell out of Georgia, that a team can beat Alabama and then be originally an 8.5 dog to another team. Whoa.
That is insane.
Pump the brakes a little bit, okay? Georgia's great, and I know Tennessee's defense isn't overly crazy, but man, let's do Tennessee plus 10.5. Let's do 10.5. Let's buy a point. And get it at minus 128. You got to beat me by 2 scores.
What's
Yeah,
it at
that's
right
a
now?
lot.
What's the opening line? 8.5 plus 8.5 Tennessee.
9.5 right now. I'm buying.
It's going up for Tennessee. It was 8.5 this early.
9.5 right now at a minus 110 if you want to just take it at 10. And here's the thing. Georgia could dominate this game and be up 17. Tennessee is going to keep taking swings for the fences, and I could see a backdoor cover at the very least, a backdoor cover. So if you get that, if you buy that extra point, Tennessee could be down 17 in the fourth quarter and come back and cover for you.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I like. Like, that's the kind of spread where I'm like, okay, like there's a lot of ways that this can be successful with the game going entirely wrong. Is that Marge?
Yeah, that's Maggie. What's up, Maggie? Yeah, no, I like that too. I think there's just what we've talked about today. There's been a lot of good bets. A lot of
DK
shit
has a
that could
boost for
happen.
that game for Tennessee, Georgia, both to score 25 plus points, boosted to plus 150.
That tells me that they think it's going under.
Do you think it's a trap?
Oh, that's a trap.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is
trap.
a trap. It's
They-
always
I
a
don't know.
trap whenever they do that.
I mean, I think it's going to be high scoring. I think whoever's going to win is probably going to have 30 or 40 points at the end of the day. So if it's not going to be a close game, then
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 0-0 or 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. I just how
Yeah,
Georgia
good.
traditionally has been is just what I'm basing that on. How they traditionally are in big games.
It's this is one of the games that nothing will surprise me. If the final score is 3-0, even though I said I think it'll be high scoring, I'd be like, I'm still not surprised. Because
Right.
it's just like big games, like you play all these teams all year and you're so much better than them. All of a sudden you play a team that's so similarly
Mhm.
matches up with you. It's a whole nother ball game.
Absolutely.
My last one, and I really don't know how I feel about this. So this is my gamble of the week is Notre Dame Clemson. I took Notre Dame plus 3.5. I think we're better or could be better than Clemson. Like I said before, I think we're like a top 15 team. We just haven't proven it. But
Yeah.
we're slowly getting there, and I think we're basically there now. And if we're getting 3.5 points at home, that feels pretty good. So I'm taking it. I don't feel that good about it, but I think it's good.
I'm so happy that that's your bet because obviously we'll probably segue into something here in a little bit. But dude, it's just I have this feeling like I cannot that Notre Dame's winning this game. I cannot shake it. It feels like a game where Drew Pine is going to get it together. We're going to run the ball a little better than everybody thinks we can.
Dude, we've been running the ball.
Well, I'm just, Clemson's front seven is tough. Like it's going to be a little different, but it's just this is the least scary Clemson team that Notre Dame has played. It is. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
the least scary Clemson team. Like if you were like, Grant, would you rather play this Clemson team or the Clemson team without Trevor Lawrence and Tyler Davis and
well, they've had Trevor Lawrence for so long, man.
Well, yeah, and before that,
the last 10 years, Clemson has been scary.
They've been crazy scary. And when Notre Dame beat them in 2020 in the regular season and they were down some key guys, Notre Dame still barely won. I would rather play this Clemson team than that one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're picking and choosing.
Okay, I'm playing against DJ Uiagalelei in his third year as a starter, and I would rather play him and this Clemson team than freshman DJ and the guys that Clemson team had. Like that says a lot about where Clemson currently is, and let's not forget. I mean, Clemson is coming off of a bye, of course, naturally.
Yeah. Per usual against Notre Dame.
Per usual for Notre Dame. Bryce doesn't know about that because people don't take buys before Texas, but but he just got pulled. He just got pulled in that Syracuse game for Cade Klubnik. Dabo's come out and said he's going to be the starter. That's cool beans. Whatever's clever. But you have to think, like, if Notre Dame can get him off his spot, like, what that could be. He could get pulled. I mean, Dabo's already shown he'll do it. So I think that Notre Dame gets to DJ. I think that Klubnik ends up coming in, and at this point in time, Klubnik's basically. I know Klubnik is better than Buckner, but so far, Klubnik is Buckner. He comes in and he
Who
just
isn't better than Buckner? You can name a lot of people better than Buckner, dude.
whatever. Anyways, not the point. My point is that how his usage is so far. Klubnik's completion percentage is less than 50% or right around there, and all he's doing is running the ball successfully. Like
He's a straight unknown. He's just young.
that's fine. I'm just saying that Klubnik is not that yet. He is not that yet. He is a runner. He's like
He's
what
not-
Buckner
he's
was
not the
last
guy.
year. Yeah, he's like
He
he's
could
what
be,
Buckner
but
was
he's not
last
right
year.
now. Not this week. when
He's
it
more like a
matters.
mystery box, I think. Like you don't know what you're gonna get.
He is, but there's film on him. It's not like he hasn't
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, but there's not like he's played a whole thing. Like you don't know what he's good or bad at. Really, he could just come out and do anything. But I'm not. He's probably not even gonna play unless it goes really bad for Clemson. So
But that's my point. Like if Clemson's in a tight game, Dabo will still put Klubnik in. That's the thing. So I'm just gonna Bryce, I'm gonna jump you and give my third pick of the day, and that is ND money line to go right along with Tyler's plus 3.5. Safer money is definitely the 3.5. There's just
I thought about doing money line, but I just thought I'll take the 3.5. That's basically what it was for me.
yeah. I just have this feeling that this could be like the start for Marcus Freeman. Like you go in first year and you beat that top 5 team that Brian Kelly never could beat. And I just hope that Alabama steamrolls LSU today.
Yeah, I do too. I had think
what
I
happens
had
if
that.
LSU beats Alabama today?
Dude, I'll be disappointed.
That would be disgusting.
Alabama's like a 13.5 point favorite or something.
Yeah,
They were against Texas too.
Yeah, well,
but
everybody.
I feel a lot
Bama
better about
lost
Texas
it.
than fucking LSU.
Yeah, everybody says that Bama after a loss is like just a different kind of animal. So we'll find out. Bryce, what's your last one?
All right, my last one. We're gonna get some Sunbelt action. We're gonna take James Madison plus 7 against Louisville.
We truly weird bets from Bryce this week. I like it.
It's different. I mean, you can't deny the difference.
I went
Well-
with the Tennessee Georgia game and Bryce.
With the Liberty, yeah.
No,
We got
I
Liberty,
like the
Temple,
Liberty bet.
James Madison, great universities.
Sounds like you're taking like NCAA March Madness bets.
Literally.
Well, James Madison, they just got into the FBS last year because they just won so many times in whatever division they were in. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like they're kind of a little unknown, but they do play in a crap conference, but they do have good numbers. And if they take away the run, then Louisville might stink it up. So
I can't say I know anything about either team, so I like the first one, Liberty. That's the one I want to take.
Yeah.
take all of them.
Well, I was up early this morning, and obviously, so were you guys. But I called Bryce, and I was like, "All right, what are you looking at? What are you eyeballing?" And he sends me what he's looking at, and I'm like, "What the hell are these games? Like, what are you doing, James Madison and Liberty?" And
James Madison is definitely the most sketchy one. The Temple money line and the Liberty looks a lot better, but I do like the plus money because you can just buy more points. You know, it's already plus 7. Guess what? Go get another like 3 or 4. Get it plus
for
10.
sure. For sure. It's gonna be an interesting day. There's actually like a ton that I like today. I bought points for Air Force and Army. Like these are just kind of random things I'm taking, not my favorites. But I bought a couple points and took the Air Force Army under. I bought 2 points for TCU, Texas Tech, like TCU minus 6.5. What else did I like this morning? That might be it for now, other than like the Notre Dame stuff. Bryce and I obviously weren't able to get a pod in last night, but Bryce and I ended up cashing some money on Duke first half minus 6.5. So they've actually looked really good this year. And that's Mike. I don't know if you know this, Tyler, but Mike Elko, you remember the former Notre Dame defensive coordinator, is now the head coach at Duke and has them sitting at 6-3. and bowl eligible for the first time since 2018.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's his first year. This is first year, Mike Elko, like just turning a program like Duke around, and they could.
That's a good program for him though, because the expectations at Duke, like it's not one of these
zero.
big.
Yeah.
Tech, you get hired in at Texas, Notre Dame, Ohio State. There's pressure. You're gonna get bought out and fired immediately if you're not doing stuff.
If he wins another game or two, Duke better watch out because a bigger team is going to come try to snipe that man after what he just did.
Oh yeah.
Around. Like somebody bigger is going to come.
Well, what are they paying him? They could always pay him more. Duke's got that basketball money.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what they're paying Elko, but I mean, either way, the Duke football program has been impressive this year.
What do you guys think about the Iowa Purdue line? It's like 39.5. That seems so low.
It's low, but the thing of it is, Purdue just chucks the ball literally all over the field all game long, so they're really hard to get a read on. And then the Iowa defense is like elite, but Purdue's
It's just
defense
so
is not elite.
low.
I almost want to take the over because I think Iowa can score on Purdue. As sad as that is.
It's like an NFL game low.
Yeah.
Super low. This is lower than NFL games.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's over under is 43.5 right now. What do you think about that?
That's pretty low as well.
I feel like that's probably all right. That's got to be close to what it's going to be.
Like
I'm thinking it's going to be like a 27-21. One of you guys are going to win.
Yeah.
Right around the middle 20s. Maybe someone gets to 30. I don't know. If you guys get a interception, TD, special teams, touchdown, you can't really like calculate for those.
No.
We also scored way more than I expected last game, so I don't know.
Very true. Like honestly, like I don't know, man. What do you think, Tyler? I mean, what do you think? Like Clemson.
I think we have a really good chance of winning.
Yeah.
I think it's a toss-up, honestly.
I think that a lot of the money's on Clemson, and I feel like it's a trap. Clemson is like that game that you put in your parlay this week, thinking that that's the gimme. And it very well may not be.
Oh, I don't know if I'd call that a gimme. There's a lot of close games. Like they got the line set so good for most of these games anymore.
I mean, we're talking about a top 5 team playing an unranked team. If people, because you have to think of it in a lens, because people look at Notre Dame and go, they lost to Stanford and Marshall at home.
Yeah,
they suck. That's what your just casual fans will say.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not following Notre Dame, which most people really do, that is what you would say. Is Notre Dame can't. They're not gonna beat a team like this.
No.
But I don't think this team is that good either. So
yeah, there's nothing like scary about Clemson. Like I honestly, at this point, if we were going back to last Saturday, I felt more nervous about that Syracuse game than I currently do about Clemson. And I'm not saying that won't change when the game gets closer, but I just don't feel that afraid right now.
I agree with that. But you also put 200 on Syracuse. I did not feel as good about that. I would feel better about this one, honestly. If you said you put 200 on this one, I would be like, I don't know about you, Bryce, but you were really skeptical of the Syracuse game, and I was too. This game, I'm not as skeptical.
It's kind of strange, isn't it? Isn't it strange?
It is strange.
We were like Syracuse. Whoa, that's kind of scary.
Well, I think you guys are improving. I think it's definitely helping. You've got some momentum. You got momentum. You got everything. You're playing at home. You got it. Honestly, what happens if it's crappy weather? If it goes to all run game, guess what? You guys have a favor, in my opinion. If it's all run game.
Do.
So
well, dude, we're not a passing team. We don't have
no. You don't got to be a passing team. You just got to have the right plays. Like get people their looks when you can.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think Clemson's a passing team. Clemson, the story of the week that I listen to all the different pods and people and research and stuff, and the story's been that Notre Dame and Clemson are very similar. They just are. They prefer to run the ball. They both have decent O-lines. Quarterback is a concern. Their defense is their strong suit. Like, if Notre Dame doesn't turn the ball over and their defense can give them a short field once or twice, I mean, that's what we're talking about here.
Well,
So,
our special teams has been incredible lately. We've had block punts out the ass. Let's get one of those this week.
yeah, no kidding. Let's do that. Let's get another pick six to start the game.
Dude, 2 games this year, first play interception. Let's get a third one, back-to-back weeks.
It's crazy because the defense hasn't been a turnover machine. Like our defense hasn't gotten the turnovers I think that a lot of people expected, like the numbers wise. But yeah, I mean, 2 first play picks, like that's wild.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, Tyler and Bryce, you guys come on over. Let's go live. Come tilt with me. I talked to Lisa. Lisa said she's down.
She's
Bryce,
sleeping.
well, no, I already talked to her. I said Lisa said she's in. Tyler,
No,
Bryce.
it just I want to, as long as I can, I will. I just don't know until later.
Yeah, come tilt with us. Think we're gonna
Tilt with
try to
you.
go
Watch Grant have a heart attack. Live
come
betting.
tilt with me, and yeah, let's tilt together. It'll be fun. Probably gonna if as long as Tyler and Bryce can make it over, we're gonna probably try to go live. Maybe do a little bit of pregame commentary, just like how we're feeling going up to kickoff, and just talking about the game. So I mean, obviously the game's on regular TV, so watch it with shitty Notre Dame broadcasters, or come hang out and we'll just
Yeah,
drink some beers.
So I don't know about you guys, but I always have the broadcasters turned way the fuck down or on mute completely. I would have no interest in hearing what they have to say about the game. Fucking hate it. Usually, if I do have it turned up, it takes me about 10 minutes to turn it down.
Yeah. I mean, I listen to it because I just like the audio from the game.
Can't do it.
But
It's so,
Just depends on who's announcing. There's some good broadcasters that I like, but there are some bad ones.
Okay, here's the example. The one I listened to this year was the Ohio State game.
yeah.
It was miserable.
Was Smith and Jigba? Was Smith and Jigba out? I think he's out.
That's how it's going to be today with Clemson. Clemson, this ranked team, so good. Coming into Notre Dame, who struggled this year against Marshall and Stanford, barely competent, couldn't score the ball. Dude, on their backup quarterback, no one can receive the ball on this team. Dude,
I think Clemson has a slight. I mean, in numbers, Clemson and you guys are back to back in total D. So you guys' defense is like literally the same. Like
That's
you guys
what
said,
I'm
it's
saying.
the same back to back rankings. It's just what's your offense? Is their offense better?
Well,
Is your offense better?
And here's the deal: we've 100% played a tougher schedule. 100%. There's no question. I'm not saying.
Yeah, who has Clemson even played?
I'm saying we've played a tougher schedule thus far. Maybe not by much, but Ohio State trumps anything that Clemson has played.
Yeah, that Ohio State game feels like it was played 4 years ago at this
I
point.
agree.
It does feel like forever ago.
So currently Notre Dame money line's at plus 160.
That's going up, wasn't it? Like
It's
plus
going up.
140.
It was like 140 this morning. I know you guys have been. I mean, who wouldn't be a Michael Mayer supporter? Michael Mayer anytime touchdown plus 120.
He hasn't been scoring as much. He's due.
He's due. He's the only person we throw the ball to.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
So estimate minus 105. They're like you can see what the books really think of things just by the touchdown scores. Like you can just look at it and see what they think.
Those wouldn't be bad to take straights, like a nice heavy straight on one of those.
Yeah.
Because that way it's not tied into like the win loss whatever. Like you're really just rooting for him to get the touchdown or something.
Right. Absolutely.
Because I think the money line and the spread for you guys this week's almost the same thing. It's like, but it could end up saving you. 3 points could save you.
It is, but it isn't. And I'm going to play them both. I'm going to play 3.5 and I'm going to play the spread and just kind of see, or play the 3.5 and play the money line and just kind of see how it unfolds. I could lose everything, but at the same time,
that's all right. You're good at cashing out early.
So.
Cash out king.
If it's if I were to put everything in the money line and they don't win, then you lose everything anyway. So why not give yourself a chance with some points?
Yeah.
And
Put
play
half
the money
on
line.
there.
And just kind of take half of what you were thinking for the money line and put half of that on the points and put that other half on the money line. So you could either double win or at least split. Hopefully.
What's Notre Dame +7?
Not good. It's like a -7.5 was a -194. And I wouldn't want to take the chance of pushing. And I don't necessarily love 6.5 because if Notre Dame gets in a situation where they're chasing points, you know how that is when it's late in a game and you're down 4, you can't kick the field goal. And it's just one of those things. And then you do things that are out of character. You have to push for the touchdown. You have to do those things. And that kind of like a normal play would fuck you. And that's what sucks. Like Duke last night playing Boston College. Boston College is down 10. I have Duke to win the game at 6.5. Boston College kicks a field goal and only ends up losing by 7. But everyone else had Duke -10.5. So it's like you have to really take into account like garbage time and backdoor covers and all that. It's all factored in.
Yep.
All right. Any last thoughts you guys want to share?
No, just hope for some good games today. I hope the Georgia-Tennessee game is just a good game, even if I lose and whatever. Just because, it could be a terrible game. And then, obviously, we want Notre Dame to win tonight. Late Notre Dame game today fucking sucks. Got to wait all fucking day.
It's going to be a long wait.
It's going to be a long day.
But there is some good football on to watch.
Yeah.
Keep your mind in the game.
That Liberty game.
The Liberty. If you're not,
Hey, sprinkle Liberty money line. If they win this week, I'm goated.
James Madison, I can't wait to watch that game.
If they all win, you owe me an apology, Grant.
Nah.
If they all lose, you owe everyone an apology.
Well, I got them in plus money, so I'm calculating for them to lose.
Oh man.
All right, well, that's everything for this week. So we'll be back next week and hopefully with 9 wins.
Hopefully 9 dubs.
And go Irish.
Go Irish.
Go Texas.
Drew, your fucking job is to tell everyone about Irish Uncensored. Tell them to like and subscribe. What the fuck are you doing? Do your fucking job. Go fucking like the video and click subscribe. That's all you fucking do.